In baseball, when they bring in the relief pitcher, they say the starting pitcher is responsible for the runners. I'm responsible for the runners at Timberland. And you're not a baseball fan, but by that I mean, look, I've been working timber for 20, almost 5 years now. That's a lot of product in the marketplace. A lot of promises made to consumers. I own those. Now, not like Captain Queeg. I don't mean to, so I said failures, not successes. If you want to come be the CEO of Timberland, which by the way would suit the stock market and me and my family, you can come right now and be the CEO of Timberland. Every success that comes from tomorrow is yours, right? But every failure that trails, a boot that gets returned because it didn't work, an employee who lost their job, I own every single one of those failures forever. They don't go away, right? When XYZ lays off 10,000 people and then next week hires 10,000 people, it's not the same 10,000 people. Even if it was the same 10,000 people, you can't undo the injury you did to somebody. You can't. What's the accountability of the CEO? Cows in a feedlot that are chewing on grass, destined to become hamburger. A derivative product from that will be leather. The methane emissions from the cow are my accountability. When someone slips on a piece of ice in outer Afghanistan with a pair of boots that you bought third hand that says Timberland on it, I'm not arguing legal responsibility. I'm saying to you, morally, I put this thing in motion. I'm the third generation of my family to do this. The accountability of the CEO, you own it, baby. It's not Sarbanes-Oxley. Sarbanes-Oxley is like a Band-Aid after the fact. When the accountability, I have the names in my desk in the middle left-hand drawer of everybody that's left Timberland in the last 18 months, most of whom didn't leave voluntarily. Some people lost their jobs because I didn't do a good enough job running the company. I keep the names on the list. By the way, that's my problem, not theirs. There's no comfort to them that their name's on my desk. I keep the list there because I'm accountable for those failures, and I don't want to replicate those mistakes. And being the CEO, you own that, period. We have all sorts of competitive challenges. Nike's a big, hairy beast from the West Coast. Along the line in my career, there's been incredible reinventions of the business model. The folks from Inditex that own Zara from Spain have reinvented, like Uniqlo in Japan reinvented apparel retailing one step towards fast. Then along came Zara, made it really fast, and folks like H&M are doing that. Now, so far they haven't done that to the shoe business per se, but it used to be good idea, good shoe, take your time, everything will be fine. Along came brands like Zara, who said, we're going to do that so fast your head will spin off your shoulders. So competitive challenges, I've seen reinventions of the marketplace of real consequence in 25 years. And all I know is it took 38 years for 50 million people to use radio in the United States, and Facebook had 100 million users or whatever it was in a year. And so all I learned from those statistics is whatever we think the competitive threat of the moment is, we better deploy some people to think about tomorrow's threat, because the pace of danger to our business model is higher now than it was when we started, and we can barely cope with the one we got. And so I would call that broad frame the business model itself. That's not a particular competitor, so their shoes are better than ours. It's their idea of how to do business, not what to do, but how to do it. To me, that's an existential threat to all our businesses, surely to ours. I've also made tremendous mistakes with consumers. We've talked about that. But I made the most sort of profound failure was with this consumer who wanted to be treated with authenticity and simple, and we made it complicated, and we had a big business, and then we didn't have a big business. And that's a failure that's mine. And I guess the one that bothers me the most, which is neither of those two, although both of them bother me a lot, is the consequence of those kind of failures is there's loss in business. There are relationships that you set out to create and you fail to consummate, and you leave behind loss. And that's something that that's the hardest part of what this job is for me.